So today's topic of our discussion is wounds. So what is wound? Wound is discontinuity or break in the surface epithelium. So it is discontinuity or break in surface epithelium is known as wound. So it is discontinuity or break in surface epithelium. A wound may be simple or it may be complex. When it involves only skin, then it is simple wound. But when it involves underlying nerves, vessels and tendons, then it is the complex wound. So it may be simple or it may be complex. Now types of wounds. So wounds are classified into various types. They can be classified into open wounds, closed wounds. Also we can classify them into tidy wounds, untidy wound, simple wound, complex wound. So now first we will discuss about wounds open and closed. So open wounds are further classified into incised, penetrated, crushed and lacerated. So IPCL, you can remember from IPCL, that is I for incised, P for penetrated, C for crushed and L for lacerated. And closed wound are classified into contusion, abrasion and hematoma. So HAC, that is hematoma, abrasion and contusion. So this is the classification of wound. Now we will first discuss about closed wounds. What are closed wounds? First we will discuss about contusion. So cause for contusion may be can be minor tissue injury or major tissue injury. So both injuries can result in contusion. So minor tissue injury without break in the skin, or major tissue injuries such as being run over by vehicle can result in contusion. So what exactly happens in the contusion? In the contusion, there will be collection of blood in the involved area and there will be discoloration of the involved area. So minor soft tissue injury will result in discoloration of blood in involved area, will result in collection of blood in the involved area, and that will result in the discoloration of the involved area. So this is contusion. Now abrasion. So in this wound, epidermis of the skin is scraped away and exposing dermis. So there is exposure of dermis. Remember, in the abrasion there is the scraping away of epidermis. As epidermis is scraped away, so there will be exposure of dermis, there will be exposure of dermal nerve endings. As there is exposure of nerve endings, so these wounds are very painful. So they are painful as dermal nerve endings are exposed, and these wounds need cleaning, antibiotics and proper dressings. Why? Because there is deep injury, there is exposure of dermis, and from that dermis any organism can enter and it can result in infection. So we have to clean the wound, we have to properly clean the wound, then we have to give antibiotics to prevent infection, and we have to close the wound with the help of proper dressing. So this is abrasion. Now what is hematoma? So it is collection of blood usually following injury. So it is the collection of blood usually following injury. It can occur spontaneously in patients who have bleeding tendencies. So in patients who have bleeding tendencies, it can occur spontaneously, such as hemophilia. Depending on the site, it can be subcutaneous, intramuscular or periosteal. So depending on the sites, hematoma can be classified into subcutaneous hematoma, intramuscular or even subperiosteal. A knee joint hematoma may need to be aspirated, followed by application of compression bandage. Small hematoma get absorbed, if not they can be infected. So what is hematoma? There is collection of blood following injury. It can occur spontaneously in patients who have bleeding tendencies. So this is all about the closed wound. Now we will discuss about open wounds. So IPCL, that is incised, penetrated, crushed and lacerated wound. So first we will discuss about lacerated wound. So what is lacerated wound? So lacerated wound can be caused by blunt injury, such as fall on the stone or road traffic accident. So any blunt injury can result in blunt trauma can result in lacerated wounds, so such as fall on the stone or road traffic accident. So important point is edges of that wound will be jagged. So there will be jagged edges. Injury may involve only skin, so it can involve only skin, subcutaneous tissue, sometimes deeper structure also. So it can involve any site, that is skin, subcutaneous tissue and deeper structure also. Due to blunt nature of object, there is crushing of tissue. So in this injury there will be crushing of tissue, which may result in hematoma, bruising, and even necrosis of the tissues. So these are the complications of lacerated wound, that is hematoma, bruising, and necrosis of the tissue. And what is treatment for lacerated wound? We will excise the wound, then primary suturing is done, provided they are treated within 6 hours of injury. So first we will clean all the wound, or we will excise that wound, and we can give primary suture. But if we are treating it within 6 hours, then only we can give primary suture. Now incised wound, so it is caused by sharp objects. This type of wound have sharp edge, less contaminated. Primary suturing is ideal for such wounds. So healing by primary intention will occur here, because wounds are not infected, less contaminated, and it is caused by sharp objects. Now penetrating wounds, so these are the stab injury. Penetrating wound are same as incised wound, but what is difference between incised and penetrating wound? In the penetrating wound, there is the depth of the injury is more as compared to incised wound. So they are same as inside wound, but depth, there is difference of the depth. So it may look like an innocent injury with a small 1 or 2 centimeter long cut, but internal organs such as intestine, liver, spleen, mesenteric blood vessels may have been damaged. So it may look like innocent injury, that we can see that no, it is not deep injury, but it can affect deeper structure also. Wounds of the abdomen should be admitted and observed for at least 24 hours. And what is treatment for penetrating wound? Remember this point: layer by layer exploration and repair. So we will explore the injury wound layer by layer, because it is deeper injury. So that's why we have to explore layer by layer and see for the changes which happened in the skin. Now crushed wound. So it is caused by blunt trauma, like lacerated wound. It is also caused by blunt trauma. Dangerous as they cause severe hemorrhage. So it is dangerous as they cause severe hemorrhage, death of the tissues, and crushing of the blood vessels. More prone for gas gangrene and tetanus, as this microorganism will gain entry to enter in the skin. So it can result in gas gangrene, tetanus. And what is treatment? Good debridement and removal of all dead and necrotic tissue. So this is about open wounds. We will revise it from S. Das. So wound healing, replacement of destroyed tissue by living tissue. Now what are the causes? It can be caused by trauma, ischemia, regeneration, and both repair and regeneration can result in wound healing. Now types of wound: incised, lacerated, penetrated, and crushed. So incised wound, what are incised wound? Caused by sharp knife or glass. These wounds are relatively clean. After suitable exploration in which underlying structures are repaired, these wounds can be closed by primary suture. If wound is explored within 6 hours of its occurrence, within this period all the damaged tendons, nerves, major blood vessels should be repaired. Then lacerated wound. These wounds are commonly occurred following blunt injury, that is road traffic accidents. These wounds have jagged edges. In incised wound there are sharp or well defined edges. So here there is jagged edges with certain lacerated and devitalized structures inside the wound. Thorough debridement of the wound is required if received within 6 hours of injury. The object is to convert the lacerated wound into almost incised wound. Now penetrating wounds. So almost similar to incised wound, except that its depth is more. The wound should be explored layer by layer, followed by primary suturing if it has come within 6 hours of injury. Then crushed wound, industrial, road traffic accidents, and war injuries can result in crushed wounds. These wounds are managed by debridement and removal of all necrotic tissues. Often there is great tension deep to the deep fascia. So that's why we have to left open this wound, and we have to delay primary suturing. So it is healing by tertiary intention. Now second classification of wound is given by Rank and Wakefield. So Rank and Wakefield given the classification that is tidy wounds,